What's good, my loves? How are you today? It is Tuesday. It is Mars Day. Okay, so a lot of fiery movement, martial type of energy going on, a lot of excitement and initiation and invigoration as well. Okay, so yes, today I am coming to share some things that will be good to know about the class it is that I have coming up on Saturday, the Ancestral Veneration Class. So before I get started, I am Chanel with Lizzie's Charm. Thank you so much for being here. I am a mystic, diviner, and hoodoo practitioner. And yes, let's go ahead and get into this class, okay? So, first of all, with ancestral veneration, we'll be talking a lot about ancestors, of course, right? So we'll be going into which ancestors it is that you want to connect with, build altars with, and even go into the ancestors that you may deem as unworthy, unhonorable in your world, in your life, right? Because although, most would, or some, I can't say most because I don't know if it is most, um, would say that some ancestors shouldn't be worked with or however, but there are so many various things that go into the understanding of connecting with the ancestors, so we're going to be covering that, talking about that. We're going to be talking about building the altars, the elements that go into them. Okay, the offerings, we're going to go into even the feng shui, all right, when it comes to altars, particularly this ancestral altar. Okay, so we will also be covering working with the sun, right? Because the sun has a cycle of its own. So astrologically, it goes through a 30-day cycle when it's going through a sign, but the sun cycle within itself is within a day. There's a lot that can be done with that. And I have personally learned that just through practice that utilizing the ancestral altar and working with the sun is very, it gets the job done. So we'll be going into the astrology. We're talking about the astrological houses that govern the aspects and the energies of the ancestors. We'll go into them, talk about what they are, what they mean for us. If you guys even want to share, if you know about your birth chart and want to talk about that, we can go a little bit into that as well. Because the class in itself I set it to be for 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually. So from 11 to 1:30, I believe. It might be 11 to 1. I know at minimum it's 2 hours. So I wanted to make sure that we had enough space to talk about all of the things. Okay, so we'll be talking about birth charts, only having the date of birth of your ancestors and what that can be utilized for, right? Aligning one birth chart with your own and what that means for you, what that speaks to you in reference to your I guess we could say role within your lineage, but also the gifts that it offer you, the wisdom it is that you hold within having that as well. Okay, and also what healing it is that brings to you. Okay, and what this tells you about you, really going into that. So and also just connecting and communing in reference to what that means, in learning something new, learning something different about that particular ancestor. How does that change your perspective of them? Okay, and then we are going to go into a short grief talk. We're gonna, skim through the workbook that is attached to the class. When you make your purchase, you'll have the link to download your workbook, and we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about some mind and body practices to help support you moving through your grief. And then we are going to talk about grief release through conjure, right? Herbs, practice, oils, days of the week. We're gonna get into it, okay? And all the ways that can support you and serve you in moving through your grief, right? And really healing through your grief as well. This little hair. So after all of those things, we will get into an ancestral emotional release meditation. And in that, this is a visual meditation that I'll be guiding you all through. And it'll be a 30-minute meditation, maybe a little bit longer. But this is just going to walk you through your own personal emotions, and along with emotions tied to you ancestrally, and moving through that, moving beyond that, releasing that, letting go of that. Okay. And if you're into tarot, I'll also have some questions that you can ask when it comes to connecting with ancestors, in the event that you are not necessarily aware of the ancestors that you want to connect with, or the ancestor that's trying to connect with you at this time. Okay. What else? Yes, that's it. And then we're going to close out with a mind and body practice to bring, get us back grounded into our bodies, into your bodies, I should say, because I'm just guiding you all through this, especially after that emotional release, because a lot of things can come up, and can leave you in a space of, it really just depends on what comes up for you, so I just want to send you all off in the best mind and heart space, so that you can go through the rest of your day feeling at ease, feeling grounded in your body, because more than anything, that is what is most important. And yes, so I really do look forward to seeing you all there. You can sign up until Saturday, right? Until 10 o'clock? Well, until the class starts. The class starts at 11 Central Standard Time, and yes, 11 a.m. that is, not p.m. On June the 10th. And yes, I look forward to connecting with you all. I look forward to sharing all of these things with you, and in hopes that it can offer you something new in your world, in your life, right? Something that can help you expand and explore a greater space, a greater reality, and you have yet to at this point in time, and where it is that you are. Okay, so yes, you guys, I will talk to you very soon. I will see you very soon. I will be sharing some videos in the next couple of days. I will be throwing some food videos up in there as well, because I haven't in a while, and I said that I would, and I have some videos on my phone that I just need to post, need to share. All right, and yeah, y'all have a wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful rest of your week, and